going on, y'all? I wanted to check out this video that y'all sent me from Officer Tatum, and apparently he beefing with Abba and Preach. I don't really rock with Abba and Preach. Not really a fan of them. Not a fan of them. When it comes to Officer Tatum, I don't really watch him much either, but I don't got no beef with him per se. I don't like how he's taking his new stand recently, where he's going after like people like Candace Owens and whatnot. I think that's a little weird, but I don't know. So let's see what's going down. Y'all said, how am I doing? I'm doing great. How are you guys doing? How are y'all? Make sure you guys are hitting the like button and the hype button. I just learned how that goes on YouTube. Hit that hype button. Am I saying it right? Hype? Yeah, I think it's hype. And follow me on Twitch and follow me on Kick so you can catch my live streams. I'm trying to do an everyday live stream.
I have officially lost all respect for Abba and Preach.
You respect it?
This is a sickness.
I said when you do too much, you hurt. You know what it is? I think it is for me. Right? It's a combination of the workout that I did that messed me up recently, and the fact that I sit in this chair for long periods of time, editing, streaming, right? And I don't think this chair is really supportive for my back at all. So I think it was easier for me to get injured.
For me, you suffer.
I think you something. If you want to suggest a clip, join Discord and post it in there. No guarantee I'm gonna react to it though. But if you want to make suggestions, Discord, guys.
That's what I think. But you try to make a point to bash a person who had an emotional response to his friend getting assassinated in front of the world.
That's what they was doing? Yeah, that's disgusting. If I'm not mistaken, I think that they've had nasty opinions about Charlie Kirk passing away just in general. So,
I wasn't just a follower of Charlie. He was a friend of mine. I just seen him not too long before he got killed. Just did an event. We just talked backstage at an event, which I have done Turning Point events since 2018 every year. And to try to make fun of somebody for that is the lowest that you can go. Like, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, get notifications. Anytime I go live and make a video, make sure you still subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment on the video, share this video. Let's get into this. I have lost.
Yeah, it's pretty disgusting. Right? Like, and mind you, when it comes to jokes and roasting people, I don't really care. But someone, I guess you could say, feeling a type of way about their friend passing away, I don't really think that's like something that you should target them for. But maybe that's just me.
All respect for Abba and Preach after this video. You know, it's fair game to criticize people. It's fair game. We're internet people. I'm not going to sue nobody over fair criticisms. But to take a video from 2 years ago to somehow leverage that to make fun of me for crying, tearing up when Charlie Kirk was murdered is insane to me.
Yeah, that's pretty.
If I lost followers or something, you know, somebody gave a bad review on my store and I cried about it, I can see somebody trying to leverage that to make fun of me. That's fine. It's fair game. But for you to be so disgusting to try to make a point, which my original point wasn't even nothing that they're referring to, but to try to make a point to bash a person who had an emotional response to his friend getting assassinated in front of the world.
Yeah, that's pretty.
I wasn't just a follower of Charlie. He was a friend of mine. I just seen him not too long before he got killed. Just did an event. We just talked backstage at an event, which I have done Turning Point events since 2018 every year. I have done events with Charlie. I've done events for Charlie. I've worked with Turning Point and been at their headquarters. I used to work with Turning Point directly, meaning that I used to work for them as the urban engagement director. We went to the White House together. I mean, they just acquired Blexit, which I'm a co-founder of. Like, and you see your friend get murdered on television with blood gushing out his neck, and you know I was at his wedding.
Yeah.
I know his wife. I could imagine what that does to his kids. And to try to make fun of somebody for that is the lowest that you can go. This video is brought to you by TatumStore.com. TatumStore.com, ladies and gentlemen. Black Friday is here. 30% off.
All right, go for it. That's some crazy ad placement, though, Officer Tatum. How did that come from? That's what we doing. Just toss that out there. But yeah, I do think everything else he was saying is pretty crazy. Pretty nasty.
Up to 60% off on the entire store, and that means every single product. This section here is for 60%.
Okay. Okay, let's get back to it.
Look at this pompous behavior by these two. I used to like them, man. I used to like all that stuff. But for clicks and clout, people would just do anything.
Back in the day.
If one of them had lost somebody that they cared about and they teared up on camera, there's no way in the world I'd be making fun of these guys. But I'll play the clip. They're taking a clip from something I said 2 years ago, and which is not 2 years ago. I believe the same thing today, but something I said a while ago, and they put it together. Or at least somebody else put together, and they're promoting it. Roll the clip.
I saw this clip going viral, and it did make me chuckle. It involves Officer Tatum and his opinions on men crying. Let me make sure I know exact. 2 years ago about men crying, he said some interesting things. So why don't we just take a look at that together?
I would say that a lot of women are going to lose attraction for you if you cry in front of them. Weak men are viewed as unattractive. And you can make the argument that crying can be viewed as a weakness.
I think that time out. Listen to what he said. That crying could be. That's what he said. That crying could be a weakness. If you're on a battlefield and your first line of command or a point guy is crying, what do you think that's going to do to you?
Yeah.
I explain my point of perspective here, and then we're going to get to the rest of it. Roll the clip.
I wouldn't have any confidence in
men should not show all of their emotions to women, because women judge men very harshly on that. I would never cry in front of my wife.
Really?
I just wouldn't.
What if your kid died?
That's a different thing. I mean, I would try not to cry in front of my wife.
All right,
if my kid.
I have never, and my wife has never seen me cry.
I don't think it's on some like super over the top masculine thing. I don't think you should be just blubbering in front of your wife on a regular basis. But if she does see you cry, I don't think that should be a big deal. Right? If you could cry around anyone, it should be your loved one. Do I think that you should be just blubbering in front of them? Nah. I don't think that's like necessary. You know what I mean? But if you are emotional in the moment or going through something and you might be dealing with a lot, this depending on the situation, I'm not going to be like, oh, you should never cry. You might not be able to contain yourself. Nigga. Like, I'm not an animal. I understand circumstances. Nigga. I've been to funerals and shit. So I know what it is. But do I think that like just on some just day-to-day basis, you should just be crying and blubbering? Nah, I don't think that's conducive for anybody. Right? And if it gets to that point, maybe see a therapist or something. But I agree slightly. I just don't think it should be done over the top, bro. Like, so it's like, I'm never shedding a tear in my life. Nigga, you might. You never know. Like I said, what if something happened with your kids? Like, you might cry. You might shed a tear. Yeah,
I've never cried in front of my wife.
But you probably should be the strong one in the situation, you know. Because especially in a relationship, a woman will benefit from seeing that you're able to hold it together in times of like tragedy or just despair. That will be beneficial. That's something that a woman does see and want to hold on to. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't or can't be emotional. You know what I mean?
That's where I grew up. You never see me. I never saw my dad cry a day in my life until his father died, till my grandfather died. and my dad was at the funeral. Never seen my dad cry. Never seen my grandmother cry. I saw her cry one time in my life. So this is the perspective that I'm coming from. And then I said, I'll never cry for my wife, which I have never cried in front of my wife.
You never seen your grandma?
The second thing, they brought up my child. I said, that's a different thing. I would not want to cry in front of my wife. I will try not to cry in front of my wife. That's what I said. I didn't say I wouldn't cry if my kid died. Keep rolling.
Be like, I'm her foundation. I'm her strong point. I'll cry on my own. But if everything is going south, I want my wife to know I'm strong in that situation. I heard a guy say this, is that when my father passes away, which everybody's parent is going to pass away, I'm not going to cry at his funeral. I don't want to cry at his funeral. I want my father to know that I'm strong enough to stand up and have this conversation. I've compartmentalized what has happened.
I can't judge the connection he had with his father. If that's something that, like, he's respected within his father, yeah, that's, come on. Sounds good. That's like me crying to my older brother. That would be the dumbest thing in the world. My older brother probably wouldn't even know how to fucking react to that. This nigga would, he would not know, nigga. He'd be looking at me like, I guess feelings are involved in this. That nigga would be confused. The wild tear would be coming out my eye. Like, for what? Why? Over some stuff that just happens in day-to-day life? Nigga. That nigga, I don't think I've seen that nigga cry since we was kids. So yeah, I wouldn't be crying to this nigga, like, around him. So I understand that aspect of him wanting to have a certain respect for his father and how his father was. So it's like, I'm not going to be super emotional, right? Out of respect. I can understand that. You know what I mean? I just don't think you should go to the extreme with it. I used to have a slightly different stance where, no, I still think it's the same. Because I don't think you should be blubbering and crying in public. I don't think you should be blubbering and crying to your wife. Is it okay for her to see you cry? Of course. But then that circumstance you, because it's like, if something's going down in that moment, you should not be bust down and out into tears. That don't make no sense to me. It's impossible. And I've been in situations that could have been dire. And if I'm with a partner, I gotta calm that shit down. Because I'm the anchor. They might be getting emotional. They got to be able to look at me, see I got it together, and then we can figure this out. And I've done that with partners a plethora of times. I could give y'all examples, but don't matter. Same thing. And so you got to be able to hold it down in the moment. But overall, I don't think you should just be blubbering and crying. Is it okay for your partner to see you cry? Yeah, sure. I just don't think you should be crying to them on a regular basis as a man. But that's just me. Hey, how you doing, Chris?
Very angry. All right, pause. So as you listen to it, I said I saw a clip of a guy say that I'm not going to cry at my dad. I didn't say I wasn't going to cry at my dad's funeral. I said the guy that I admired had said this, that he's not going to cry at his dad's funeral. He wants to be the strong person. And I admired him saying that. This is what I said. I didn't say I wouldn't cry at my dad's funeral, but I admired the guy that said the reasons why he wouldn't cry, because he needs to be strong for his father. And every man, in my personal opinion, would want to have that perspective.
That's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I said. You'd want to be strong in a situation for the other person. Yeah, I get it.
It's not saying that if the rubber hit the road, you're not going to cry at your dad's funeral. And I never said that men don't cry. I just said I'm not going to do it in front of my wife. I go cry on my own, but when stuff hit the road, I need to be strong for my wife. That's all I said. And then they take the clip of Charlie Kirk the moment I found out that my friend was dead.
Not in the moment, though.
That he had died after I saw him get killed on TV. And I thought about his kids and his wife.
Yeah, it's pretty disgusting.
Go to the clip.
Because
But you don't get your lick back.
Laughing. Niggas is dead ass laughing at this. That's crazy. Yeah, that's just.
Yeah.
You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, yeah. You know your name. You
Nasty.
This is a sickness.
They put the views on the screen. Oh yeah, that's nasty work.
For me, you suffer. I think you suffer in silence. That's what I.
Yeah, 100% nasty work. Like, I could understand you not liking somebody, right? But that's what, when it comes to Abbott and Priest, this is what they do. They go way too far because they have a dislike for someone. They do the same thing with Fresh and Fit. They do the same thing with anyone that they dislike. They feel like they got like this vendetta. And it's because they got like a woke audience that cheers them on and applauds them. Like, yes, yeah, keep being foul. Yeah. We like that. Laugh at him crying because his friend passed away. It's not funny, nigga. Like, and they ain't supposed to be comedians too. But then if someone roasts one of their wives, they're gonna want to fight.
I thought it was meme music at first. I didn't realize.
Time out. Think about this. Now, I have cried multiple times because of Charlie's death.
Messed up.
The only reason I could have turned the feed off, been like, I'll turn the feed off. The only reason I didn't is because I wanted people to understand the raw emotion of what happened with Charlie and that they weren't alone in that particular situation. That for what people were feeling when Charlie died, they weren't alone. They weren't alone in that. And so I just told them, I didn't tell them to cut the feed. But to try to make a joke out of this and to try to act like it's crazy, man. Because one day, one of these guys are going to lose somebody that they care about. And people are going to make fun of them.
Yeah.
And to me, it's really nothing to make fun of because I don't really kill. If I want to do it, I can do it if I want to. And if I said that and I do something different later because I changed my mind, that's on me. But at the end of the day, people need to understand the totality of circumstances. My wife has never seen me cry before. Now, a person can say, oh, she watched your live stream and saw you. Maybe she did, maybe she didn't. But I have never cried in front of my wife. And I'm not saying that people won't. It's just saying, what is the compartmentalization of being strong in times of crisis?
I agree
when
with
Charlie died, that was a small, 15-second experience, but we prayed during the show. I wiped my tears away during the show. I kept broadcasting. Next day I broadcast. Next day I broadcast. All of the things. And I have not shown that level of emotion on any other video I've done.
I get it.
And I think it's nothing, it's nothing wrong with what happened, but I and preach, bro.
I've definitely live streamed and done videos while I was going through it. Nigga, while I was just holding it all in, nigga. Holding it all in. Had family members coming in on live stream. People didn't even notice that. But them saying encouraging shit because they felt like I was keeping them going by me continuing in the live stream and just staying strong. Right? And that meant a lot to me. So yeah, I definitely understand what he's saying. Yeah. Right, and I don't think you should be judged for that moment of emotion. Yeah, nah. I think that's pretty fucked up.
Out of all the content y'all make, out of all the content somebody made to try to make this viral, is that really is that really a gotcha? Charlie Kirk was a good man and he got murdered. He got assassinated. His kids don't, his wife is posting pictures of the kids. Where's daddy at? This is the video. that you guys want to make a point about? Yeah, I mean, to me, it's disrespectful to Charlie and his legacy. That y'all think it's funny if somebody were to tear up because Charlie died. It hit different, bro, when Charlie died. It was different. The way he died, watching him die, knowing all those people that were hurting, people that didn't even know Charlie was crying when he died, didn't even know him. Imagine knowing him. But you cowards that just want content to be made. I would never understand y'all. I'll never understand y'all. I never understand these other people that just look at it and say, I need to make viral videos. That video that they shared 2 days ago happened 2 months ago when Charlie died.
And they just now reacted to it so they could roast you. Disgusting. Hey, how you doing, Biggs? Yeah, that's foul. I ain't going front. I do think that they wilded out on that one. And it was for no reason. Just for, let me get these clicks and views. Let me farm this hate. It's like, dude, like, why? That's so weird.
You guys take something that happened 2 months ago, referring to a video 2 years before that, to
crazy. Hey, what's up, Brando? How you doing?
Make content. Y'all suckers, man. And I no longer support I've been preached. Love you guys.
I do think they suckers. I 100% agree with them. I agree. I do think that was some sucker move to pull, but that's just my opinion. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments. Check me out on Kick. Check me out on Twitch. Let me know what you think. Oh, and hit the hype button if you're able to. This dude wild out. They both of them are disgusting. I've been saying that for a long time, that they've been going way too far, but people said I was hating on them.